Yeah, and I want to come to the goalkeeper, right? Because I've seen our fans all kick it off. Drop Raya. Drop him for what? Well, for Ramsdale. But the same Ramsdale who passed Southampton clean through on goal to score and go 3-1 up against us. The same Ramsdale who got lobbed by Sporting Lisbon from the halfway line. Yeah, the same Ramsdale who gets beaten by the near stick pretty much every other week. Yeah, the same Ramsdale that's made mistake after mistake after mistake, but makes a few camera saves. Yeah, gives it the Bertie to the home fans, sticks his tongue out, all of that crap. So you want him back in goal? Yeah, I think this guy got short memories, Terry. Yeah,
I wanted to ask you. So I wanted to ask you about that, like, because I see Arteta getting a lot of stick. They're saying that bringing in. Well, but maybe not, because I'm going to see what you agree with on this. They're saying bringing in Raya was wrong because you didn't need to replace Ramsdale on this particular subject. I'm assuming you agree with the manager that he was right to bring in Raya and should stick with him.
I think that we didn't need that. And I said this yesterday with Kenny and Jez, right? The goalkeeping situation, I don't rate Ramsdale that highly. But the one thing I'll say, and I've said it on here before, he's exceeded our expectations as Arsenal fans because we all thought he was trash. Yeah, not one Arsenal fan wanted him until he signed, and now they all want to keep him, right? But he has gone above the level I thought he was. But he ain't going to win me a title because he ain't good enough. So, but I also don't think that going and getting a new goalkeeper in the summer was the biggest issue at the club. I thought a striker, a right winger, a CM, and another centre-back were more important than going and getting another goalkeeper. Yeah, the problem is Turner wanted to play first-team football, and he's doing so at Forest. Yeah, Runnison, well, whatever. Yeah, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. You're nicking 30 grand a week. Yeah, and I think he's at loan at Cardiff now. So on that basis of Turner trying to get out the club because he wanted to play, we had to get a goalkeeper. So this genius who wanted this goalkeeper, Raya, 3 years ago, decides to go and get Raya. Cool. Fantastic. I think Raya's a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale. Yeah, and I think the reason that so many fans are trying to get him out the team now is because they're more emotionally connected to Ramsdale based off of 2 years of games and bonding with the crowd. They're mugging off the home fans when he makes a great save and this and that. So they can get behind that. When Raya conceded that goal, our fans in that stadium, and Kenny was there, and I know this is factually correct, yeah, right? They started singing Ramsdale's song. Then you get told, oh, but they were only singing it because his wife had a miscarriage previously and she's just given birth. Right, okay, mate, cool. Sad news about the miscarriage. Congratulations on the birth of the baby and that. We're playing Chelsea, mate. And he ain't in the squad. Yeah, and this guy's just been lobbed. Yeah, so why are you singing that? Yeah, what happened to just back him like you did with Havertz? Just back him. He was misunderstood. Yeah, the reason Raya is getting so much stick is number one, yeah, he ain't English, right? Number two, right? Number two, they ain't got an emotional connection with this geezer yet, right? And number three, Mudryk scored against us, right? But the facts are, yeah, the reason this guy has not looked like a level above Ramsdale, because he hasn't, he ain't looked anywhere near better. It's a much of a muchness at the minute. Yeah, the reason for that, number one, you've come into a club with more pressure on you. Yeah, Brentford, with all due respect, they could finish anywhere in the league as long as they don't get relegated, and it's a success, right? That's how it is, right? So now you've come into a club where you've now got pressure on you because we're now trying to overtake Man City. You've now got pressure on you because the manager has now dropped an England goalkeeper, right? So straight away, that's got the media up. Yeah, because now, oh, wow, Ramsdale's dropped. Sky Sports paying in on Ramsdale every time Ryan makes a save or a mistake. Yeah, so they're trying to cause and do the narrative and build the drama as well because he's an English goalkeeper, right? Then every time he kicks the ball long, he did it against Tottenham, the manager standing on the touchline screaming and barking at him, don't kick it long. Against Man City, he was doing it up to Eddie. It was coming straight back from Diaz. Manager's barking at him again. So now you're playing with a new back four. You're playing at a club with more pressure on you, and your manager's screaming and barking, and you've got the fans on your case because you ain't English, and the English goalkeeper they adore has now been benched. Yeah? You're now playing on eggshells. So he's going to look a little bit dodgy. Yeah? How about back him? How are you backing Kai Havertz? Yeah, because for me, I do think he's better. Do I think he's good enough to win a league? That remains to be seen. I don't think so. I think we need to go another level. But the manager they've all been backing for 4 years thinks he is. So why aren't they just backing him like they're just back? Oh, just back Kai Havertz. Oh, he's off the ball work. And, oh, look at him. He was missing. Why aren't they doing the same for him?
Yeah, I agree with that hypocrisy. I think that I see people in the comments saying, "Well, Lee, but why don't you have that same energy for Kai Havertz?" And I just want to defend Lee.
Listen, I don't care who's in goal. I just want
to. I hear you. Lee isn't saying you should back him for any other reason than you need to be consistent, because that's what you say for players that you like. And I think that that's the key. That's the key here. And as you say, the manager clearly rates him. I kind of look at it as that he's come in. There's been a few goalies: Sanchez at Chelsea, Onana at United, Raya. That they've come in and they've been. It's like they've all been space jammed, you know. And you can see.
Sorry to cut you off, right? Because I watch every Arsenal game, obviously. Yeah, right. Has Raya actually been that bad? Because do you think that goal that Mudryk scored was his mistake? Because I don't. He was in the perfect position for a cross, which is what it was. Yeah, he went way off his line and got lobbed. He was 4 or 5 yards out because Mudryk was looking to cross it. So he's going to come out and claim it and be dominant in his penalty area. Yeah. The fact is he shanked it and it went in. Was that a mistake? I don't think it was. The Tottenham one, when Son scored the first goal, that was a mistake because he flapped at it. Saka then switched off. Maddison tackled him and they scored. But why did he get the stick? Why didn't Saka get the stick?
So I hear you on that. And I think, look, if you look at some of the, not all, but there's been a few of the goal we conceded against Brentford, Onana, let it through him easy. He wasn't the only person. Casemiro gave it away. Lindelof made a poor clearance. The shot was poor and it went in. And only he got the blame. It happens to goalkeepers quite regularly as an example. I think he has looked shaky. I think for the Modric, the Mohamed Mudryk goal, I think what Raya has done, he anticipated where the ball was going. So he basically left his line earlier than he normally would. And he's just been caught out. And, you know, David Seaman for Ronaldinho. I mean, to this day, I still don't think Ronaldinho meant that free kick for Brazil. But David Seaman, yeah, I don't think he did. David Seaman just left his line too early because it's almost like an eagerness to win that ball. And if it had just stayed on his line, Seaman, for a split second longer, he'd have just caught that ball and it would never have gone in. And I think that's what happened. But I think Raya's looked shaky. I think Sanchez has made mistakes. We know Onana's been awful. But the big debate is if you drop Raya now, the argument is always if you drop a goalie when they're in this kind of bad form, they'll never recover
but that's
from
now
it.
On the manager, because the manager's now caused a problem. Sky Sports and our fans have all jumped all over it to make it a massive thing. I see Sky Sports posting out about passing stats for a goalkeeper. Like, the game's gone, mate. Yeah, they're comparing Ramsdale and Raya's passing and kicking ability and all that.
No, it's not gone. It is important. It is important. It's not the be all and end all, but it's important.
Stop a second. Goalkeeper's job is to stop the ball going in the back of the net.
No, not anymore.
No, and that's my point. The game's gone. Right? And the only reason Sky Sports are comparing the two is because they love the drama. Hence, and Gary Neville even said it on his little thing when he was talking about it. Right? He said, even our camera's panning on Ramsdale. Let me tell you now, BT Sport, TNT, whatever they're called. Yeah, when we play Champions League football and we conceded 2 to Lens, they weren't panning in the camera, on Aaron Ramsdale. But Sky Sports do it all the time because they want the drama. And the reason they want the drama is because the fans online are split on Raya and Ramsdale. So now they can make it a bigger thing.
Okay.
And they get all the clicks and the likes and the views and all of that stuff.
Let me listen to Jeff for a second.
Ray's a better goalkeeper and he'll prove that.
Okay. So that element, I get the drama. We know the media likes it. But the passing stats are significant based on someone that you praise all the time. Pep Guardiola has taken playing out from the back to another level, along with other managers. It is a fundamental part of the style of football that most of the top teams either do play or try to play. So having a goalkeeper that has the capabilities to play out from the back, the reason why Spurs look better this season than last year, and we've both sat here and praised him for it, is because Vicario is exponentially better at playing the ball out from the back than Hugo Lloris was. If Hugo Lloris was in goal, they wouldn't be as good. If Joe Hart would have stayed in goal for Manchester City and they wouldn't have gone from Bravo to Edison, City wouldn't be as good as they are now. If Alisson's an amazing shot stopper, but if Alisson's passing ability was the same as David De Gea's or Joe Hart's, as good as he is at stopping shots, Liverpool's overall style of football and success they've had in the past 5 years wouldn't exist. So where I agree with you is you shouldn't only be looking at the passing statistics of goalkeepers. It isn't everything, but with the way teams play, your goalkeeper's ability to pass out efficiently from the back is of fundamental importance in 2023 based on how football is currently being played.
Absolute rubbish.
Why is it? Hang on. So why is it rubbish when that's exactly what a manager like Pep looks for in a goalkeeper?
We're talking about Pep Guardiola, and I said this to you last week, Terry, yeah? Because you asked me a question last week, has Pep Guardiola ruined English football? Or has ruined football? You didn't say, you said football. I said, Pep ain't ruined anything. Yeah, the problem is everyone's trying to copy Pep. Yeah? Terry, when you was working in banking, you could sit with somebody day in, day out and train them up for 6 months straight. Would they be as good as you? No, they wouldn't. Yeah, because they're not you, right? And everyone is obsessed with this passing out from the back, inverted fullback this, hybrid centre back this, yeah, false this and inverted and whatever, yeah. Terry, Pep Guardiola is one of a kind. As Jose said, I think I am one at the bottom. Yeah, that is what he is. He is one of a kind. The fact is, everybody is obsessed of playing out from the back. Do you think? I watch La Liga all the time. They ain't all passing out from the back.
Lee, can I just stop a minute? So but me and you were arguing two different things. That's why I want to stop it. I could not agree, but I understand your point. No, because if you let me finish, you'll see what I'm coming from. I can agree with you that you don't like the fact that everybody's trying to play it from the back. That's a different argument from passing stats are important when a team is trying to play out from the back. So they're two different conversations. So I can agree with your point that you would like to see teams play out from the back less. Therefore, the passing statistics of a goalkeeper become less important. The point I'm making to you is that when you've got a system that needs the goalkeeper to be able to pass out from the back, would you agree that that goalkeeper's ability to pass is a key component of assessing them?
Yeah, of course, Terry. But my point is...
That's why they're doing it.